the message, loving self today, it's the question. It also comes up with a question. What does it mean to demonstrate unconditional love to yourself and then to others? How would the world be different when we truly love and respect ourselves? Question: are terrorists capable of love? So today's talk will give us some of the answers. And perhaps we'll learn or add to our arsenal of knowledge how we can affect the entire world by loving ourselves. Please help me welcome Susie Beiler. Okay.
Thank
Got
you.
it. And then turn up, yep. And put the phone on vibe. Just want to make sure you can be heard.
You're all set up. Okay.
Yeah.
We can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, it's so great to be here with each of you again today. And unfortunately, I don't have all the answers to the questions that I asked. No. But I think that through my personal experience and through each of your experiences, perhaps we can come to some answers together. And if I have an agenda or an intention for each of you here today, I hope that each of you leave with some ideas of what it means to love yourself. And not just ideas, but some practical tools of what you can do to love yourself every day. So on that note, I'm going to pass around these little cards, and if something sparks you during this discussion, during this presentation, write it down so that you have something to take with you. And you'll notice on the back there's print, and that's because I like to recycle. So just take one and pass it on.
If you need a pen, just please raise your hand, and one of us can pass it on.
So what does it mean to love self? What does it mean to love yourself? In my understanding, loving yourself means having the courage to connect with your true essence. The light and the love of your essence, and also the darkness that comes with who you are. To embrace the totality of who you are. And it takes, I say courage because it takes a lot of courage to really see yourself. But in seeing yourself, you can then appreciate who you are. So I'm just going to read a few things to you of what I think it means to love yourself. And then when we have the discussion after my little presentation, then maybe you can bring some things up that I haven't mentioned, that maybe I don't know about yet. Okay. So loving yourself means being unconditional with yourself. Not judging yourself. Completely accepting who you are. Does anyone here know how to do that yet? Completely accepting exactly who you are. Again, the light and the dark, the whole picture of who you are. Really getting to know your soul and appreciating your purpose and your path. Loving yourself means choosing friends and situations and environments that are supporting to you, that uplift you. So many of us put ourselves in toxic environments or toxic situations, or we stay friends with someone because we've been friends with them for 20 years and we're loyal, and even though the friendship is toxic and it takes our energy, we stay in it anyway. Is that really self-love? Is that really loving the other person? If you're not really respecting yourself? Everybody take a deep breath. Just sigh it out. Loving yourself means asking for support. So if you are choosing the friends that love you and respect you, it's a lot easier to go to them and ask for support and ask for their help. God knows we're not perfect, and we all need help. We all need support. And if you really want to grow and evolve as a human being, we have to reach out. We have to ask for support. So if you really love yourself, you'll do anything you can to keep growing on your journey. And that includes making yourself vulnerable and reaching out and asking for support when you need it. Okay, I know this one's going to be a tough one for a lot of you, but it's really important. Loving yourself means prioritizing your life and putting yourself first. Now, when I talk with my clients about this, people get really agitated because, well, what about my kids, and what about my husband, and what about this, and what about that? And yes, there are times when you need to sacrifice a little bit of what's going on for you and help someone else out. But you can't keep doing that. That can't be your mode of operation continually, or you'll burn out. You need to learn how to put yourself first so that you have a full cup, so that you can help someone else. I know we have a lot of helpers in the room, a lot of caregivers. This crowd tends to generate and attract those people. So I know that I'm speaking to people who, for the most part, are wanting to give of themselves and wanting to help other people. And that's great, and you can do that. But not until you take care of yourself. So just by a show of hands, how many of you find this to be a difficult concept to really live? Yeah. So this is relevant. When you put yourself first and you take care of your own needs, it's not a selfish thing. If you're doing it with the intention that you're doing it for the highest good, that you're doing it for the good of the world, for the good of all life everywhere, if that is your true intention, then putting yourself first is a blessing to those around you. Because if you build yourself up and you raise your vibration, how much more powerful can you be in loving others? Everybody take a deep breath in.